Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Magicmind podcast, a conversation for photographers. This platform is designed for conversations to talk. Let's just talk, let us relate. We believe we need to ignite our careers, we need to transform our lives, we need to change our mindset, and we need to expose ourselves to new informations, new data that can help us push boundaries, help us break new grounds. So in this episode, we have the maestro himself, the name even speaks for itself, truth photography, I don't want to say all the way from Ibadan because it's everywhere, all over Nigeria. And so glad to have you here, Truth.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here.
It's
I'm
a-
grateful for the invitation
yeah.
to have this conversation that I feel is going with you.
Yes, it's important. The place of photography in Nigeria today is, I believe we just got started.
Yeah,
You know,
it's pretty involving in a progression that is unprecedented,
Hmm.
and being in the industry right now, it's a good thing for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I'm in the industry at
Yeah.
this point in time because of what we are seeing and what we are forecasting. It's really big. So having this conversation is necessary for our growth,
Yes.
accelerated growth.
Yes. I feel like the fact that Africa as a continent has not really, we've not really tapped into the creative space as we should have. I would say maybe people in probably the movie space and in the music space
Yeah.
have gone beyond a bit. But for people in spaces like photography, filmmaking, graphics, people in the design space, I feel we just got started, and I feel we need to be exposed to certain things that are new. I said something when I was speaking at World Expo recently. I said a lot of photographers treat their business like an hobby. They just take photography as an hobby, something they love, something they're passionate about, something they've heard that is lucrative.
Yeah.
And they just feel, okay, let me just go into this thing. It's easy. I can take pictures. It's nice. Okay, I can retouch. I can light. And they really don't understand the place of branding, the place of business, the place of positioning, the place of networking. A lot of things that are very, very key
Yeah.
that can serve as catalyst
Yeah.
for ultimate growth. What do you feel about that?
Yeah. Well, I feel for a number of people who ventured into our kind of space, as a matter of fact, for most of us, when we started, it's an alternative
Yeah.
to the real thing.
Yeah. Plan B.
So yeah, it's like a plan B. You're expected to go to school, and that is how your life is supposed to go. Go to school, get a good job, via your certificate, and then okay, along the line you can actually learn one thing and all of that.
Yes.
But time has so evolved that you can practically build your life, build a whole company, build a mega million
Yes.
company,
Yes.
on what you learned as a hobby. And you need to know when to move from when it just used to be a hobby and now to a place of career.
Yes.
So, and that's what some people still don't understand.
At all.
That, okay, it's no longer business as usual. That I just have to learn makeup on the side. There are people who are doing a whole lot in the fashion space, a whole lot in the photography space, in the makeup space, and all of that. People like Tara, for example, have seen the future of the entire makeup industry
yes.
for 20 years right now,
Yes.
and they are still in the business
Yes.
of makeup. They have seen into that future, and they took it as this is not just one thing that I'm doing on the side. So much more now that knowledge is on the increase.
Yes.
My brother,
Rapid increase.
my brother. No time, no time. Don't have time to take everything seriously. Like your life depends on it. You can leave a legacy. You can build a dynasty.
Yes.
Off,
On this.
off of this, what you're doing right now. So you have to take it seriously, like you rightly said, the branding, and then of course networking, and seeing it as is it that this or nothing.
Tell me a bit about your story, where you came from, how you started, just briefly. I love that story, so you have to tell about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're hearing my story right now, don't go and turn it into a film. I don't want to see it on Netflix. All right. Our photography for me started, I think, 2010 in Ondo town. Ondo is a town in Ondo State.
Yeah.
Ondo town.
I'm from Ondo, actually.
Eh,
Yeah, now. Ondo town.
Again.
Elson. That's the only thing I know. Yeah.
That's where it started for me. Yeah, it was a struggle. It was really a struggle. For me, it wasn't photography at first, actually. It was filmmaking. I love filmmaking. When I saw people like Kunle Afolayan, who took after the nature of, what's this man's name now? they showery them and Tunde Kilani
Yeah,
style and
Kelani.
all of that.
Yeah.
So I love that aspect of storytelling, and for the cinematic film, even way back then, it's so different. So I wanted to do film. So in Ondo, I was looking for who's going to teach me. So the guys that they will introduce me to, I don't know what they know, but I know what they know is not what I want to learn. That kind of thing. So but I don't even have an idea of what they know, but I know that what they know is not what I need. So walking around, I couldn't see anyone to actually give me what I was looking for until I stumbled into photography. It was in church. A brother in church, was just taking pictures with I think 40x or something Nikon. I was like, "Are you photographer?" I said, "Yeah." "Yeah, no problem." He said he was going to open a studio on campus, so I just went there. I was behind the guy editing and shooting and all that, and that was how it started for me. And no time, I became like the pillar of that studio. Yes, hustling, struggling, but I lived in that studio for 8 months and nobody knew.
Wow.
So I would work all through the day, and at night I would sleep, wake up as early as 5:30, go and have my bath inside one hostel, and then package, and that was it for me. And I was opportune to actually meet some people who were key players in the wedding space in Nigeria at that time. Back from Mondo, so I used to work for them. People like Full House, people like Genesis Paparazzi. Yeah, great guy. So they were like people that I was looking up to. So as at that time, my work rate was so good for that time. 2012, 13, and all of that. It was so good that people in Lagos will be reaching out to me in Ondo, say they want to come and learn.
In fact, I've not even started photography that time. I'm not there. I was still in the bank. I was still struggling with cash and all that. Man.
So it was that good, but yeah, I wasn't getting anything. Let me just fast forward it right to 2019 thereabout. I had a studio in Ondo, and by the time I was living in Ondo in 2019, 2020, we were still charging 150 naira per software.
This is the part that baffles me the most. Because I'm trying to understand, just maybe less than 4 years ago, people are still charging 115 naira.
Yeah.
And it's not wait and get.
Yeah.
Like they will take the shot, you sit and edit.
Yes, now we sit and then it's 150 naira.
Wow.
It's my studio. The studio is still functioning in Ondo till now.
Wow.
So that was it.
Hey.
But my work was good, but it's nowhere near. It does not commensurate with whatever I'm getting. So it was so frustrating. I felt at the point maybe it's a course or something. How can you be this good? People are reaching out to you, they want to learn, and then you're not making anything out of your life. And until I realized that the seed that I carried was too good for my environment. It was too good for that soil.
So it was the environment.
Exactly. It was too good for that soil. So apple seed. If you have an apple seed, you need to go to an arable land for that kind of seed.
For seed to grow.
So it was at that point I knew, okay, I think it's time for me to move actually. And then I found myself in Ibadan. Although I didn't want it to, but then I found myself in Ibadan. And all of a sudden, what people are going to see and then walk by became what is so attracting to people. Like I became the boss of the moment. And I was like, wait, wow. So automatically I was like, so bro, let me say,
What were the things that actually worked for you when you went to Ibadan?
Yeah, I think the first thing was collaboration. All right. Where I was coming from, there's nothing like that. As a matter of fact, I did that when I was in Ondo. I did an Instagram ad, right? And I targeted Ondo Akure. In 1 hour, I didn't see 5 likes.
Wow.
In 1 hour.
Is it recent?
Way back in Ondo. That
Okay.
But then, maybe 20.
People were not, is it like they were not present online or what?
You get my point. So people in that geographical location, they're not, in 1 hour, I didn't see 5 likes. I had to go and stop it. It's a waste of money.
Something you paid for.
Yes. It's a waste of money. So, when I got to Ibadan, I was opportune to meet people who showed me the way into the industry. That's the guy. The only way you can be visible here is by collaborating.
Collaboration, very key.
Collaboration is very, very key. Like I used to say, it's the new form of competition. All right. So I was collaborating. I was working with everybody. So before you know it, my name was everywhere. They're seeing them. So who is this truth guy? This truth guy. I was just working with everybody. So in no time, clients that are ready to pay started seeing me, and that was it. That was it. I in how many years of my life, I don't think I couldn't even afford a comfortable room and parlor. And then in no time, I started living like a big boy.
Now, I
Uh-huh.
prefer don't rest.
So that was a short journey. But then it's really a long time coming for me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So let's talk about the current dispensation of things when it comes to our industry, because I think things have really evolved in the past. I would say from COVID till date, things have changed, and the place of target market has come to stay. Before we were just juggling anyhow, anything that comes, we just roll with it. But right now, the place of target market has come to stay. An average photographer out there would say there's competition. There's a lot of photographers out there. If I increase my price, I don't think I can get jobs. What would you say to people that are trying to figure out who to target, are trying to figure out what the industry entails right now? Let's go deep into talking about, there was something you said when we were talking privately about the fact that this industry is all about trends. I feel this is something we need to talk to photographers about. It's something they need to understand. So tell me more about that.
All right, so I will say first that no photographer should ever think, do not let it come into your mind for one day that the competition is high, meaning the clients are few, as in erase it. As a matter of fact, the clients are much more than photographers. I'll give you an illustration. If we stand out there right now, this is your page, right? If we stand outside there right now and start counting cars that are passing, don't let us do Toyota. Sorry for Toyota users. I'm a Toyota person too. Let's just start counting exotic cars that pass. We're going to count 100. And then you're going to realize that both of us, we don't know any of those people.
At all.
Those people that can afford 50 million naira car, 40 million naira car, don't you think that
they can pay you for your service?
Photographers.
Eventually. One way or the other. In fact, for sure. Yes.
So what people they are using? And 100 of them, we don't know any of them. I don't know, are those not clients? Potential clients. So let's bet the idea that there are no clients. The competition is so sweet right now. Real Magic, can you do 5 weddings in 1 week?
No, obviously.
You can't.
Obviously,
You
no.
can't.
No, it's not possible. I
So
can't
there
do
are
more
people
than.
I'm going to say no to. In fact, plenty of people that have said no to, maybe for some dates right now. So who are the people that are going to go to? But the problem that a lot of people have is this: you are hiring a space that you are not equipped for. All right.
Preach. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, you're hiring a space that you're not equipped
You're not prepared for it.
You're not prepared for it and all of that. Because there are clients at all levels. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing right now because virtually everybody will do well.
Yes, 100%.
Virtually everybody will do well.
100%.
But if I'm looking to getting the kind of clients that Real Magic is getting, then there are certain things that I need to know that Real Magic knows that I don't know. And that is the essence of this conversation that we need to open people's eyes to. That you need to begin to define your target audience.
Very important. A lot of people don't do these things. No? They just open social media accounts and just post.
Yes. And all that post. No. You need to know my kind of, it's psychology.
Yes.
My kind of client that I want, what exactly are they looking for? I'm going to give you this example. There's a client that gave me a job. All right, they were comparing to photographers, right? So I was privy to that information. Myself and this other guy. They eventually gave me the job. Based on what? I heard the client said it. That, this other guy too is good, but I think I'm going with truth. Maybe the outfit that the client of this other guy is wearing, maybe that's not what's sitting down with me.
Wow.
Now, that has nothing
to do with your skill as a photographer.
This client just looked at it. For crying out, I'm not the one that's going to buy clothes for my clients now.
It's not even, you won't decide what they have to wear.
I'm not deciding what they are going to wear. But this client saw our page and was like, I like what the truth clients are wearing, and because of that, I'm going for him. Can you imagine that? Now, that's a discovery for me in terms of marketing, in terms of positioning, that I can't just be posting everything that I shoot on my page.
No,
It's not
no,
going to
no,
help
no,
me
no.
to get to the kind of clients that I want. So photographers should know this. Defining your space,
Very key.
very key. To know what they want. Because if you don't know what they want, you're going to be selling the wrong product to them. They're not going to call you.
Let me quickly say this. People get the word consistency all wrong. For me, consistency is putting out a particular type of content consistently, not posting consistently.
Yes,
Some people feel as long as I post daily, I post every time, and I'm active, that means my clients will see me. No.
Absolutely.
What is important that you put out what you want people to see or what you want people to know you for consistently. So the consistent part of it is not the amount of times you post. It's about the type of content you post. Are you consistent with it?
The type. Thank you, sir.
You know, you must be posting that same type so that you can keep consistently passing that same message. Why do I keep using that word consistently? Anyway, you get the idea. You have to keep on passing that same message.
Exactly.
So even if it takes you a month, 2 months, 3 months to prepare your next post, you know that by the time you are dropping that next content or that next stuff into your portfolio, it rhymes with what you are trying to sell. You don't force yourself to keep up with people that are posting and you say you just want to post and you keep confusing your potential client and they don't even know what you stand for.
Yeah.
Who is this guy serving? They can't connect with you and you just find yourself in a limbo where you are not serving this level, you are not serving that level. You are just there. Today you post something luxury, tomorrow you post something not luxury, and you confuse people. You get where I'm coming from. You know, it's just.
As a matter of fact, photographers still put wedding portraits, lifestyle.
I don't understand that part. I've never done that before.
Some still do it.
I don't get it.
And people don't. Attention span is reducing every day.
Yes.
A client wants to judge you by 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
They don't want to scroll down.
As if birthday shoot, wedding, documentary, streets.
No. They don't really know what to do. So you are very right. Consistency is key. It's not about followers. There's a friend of ours. I won't mention his name. I used to brag with that guy, right? The content on his page is larger than life in comparison to his number of followers. Very small followers, but if you see the content on his page, he's our friend. You should know that our friend.
I think I do. But let's say yes.
All right. The content on his pages, you will be glued. And he has just 5,000 plus followers.
So it's not about.
So it's not about just bombarding. They must see me. No. It's people who are fishing for shark. You cannot see them in a space where people are fishing for catfish.
No. The space is different.
It's a very different space.
It's very different.
So consistency, like you said, is not about all of the time, but one particular thing that you are doing, giving any space, but then people see it and they see consistency in everything you're doing. So it's very key, sir.
Yes, that everything still boils down to mindset. You know, I believe the biggest battle of every entrepreneur, not just photographers, is mindset. That mindset matter. In fact, it took me almost 2 years to break. You know that saga of should I increase my price? No. If I increase my price, this boom book me. So there are times in my career where I went ahead and increased my price, and the moment after maybe 2 or 3 clients reached out and like, you are too expensive, I'm like, I just reduce it.
Yeah.
You know that mindset issue when I didn't really make up my mind to say this is my client, my target market, this is who I want to serve, and this is the price I'm going to attach to my service. It was very hard. It was a big struggle for me. You know, so I want you to talk about how to break this thing. You know, it's important. It's like a battle. You know,
it's actually the core place. That's where it starts from. All right. To look at yourself in the mirror and believe that you are worth it. Now, this is. We cannot exhaust this topic, you know, because some people's mindset have been bastardized. They've never believed in themselves when they've been going to primary school. Do you understand? So that they don't believe that they can amount to certain level of greatness. It's not easy. Okay, for somebody like me, I used to tell people it is by God's grace that I am confident in myself. It's just by God's grace. Because my upbringing does not support someone that is going to come out as a confident person today. I'm supposed to be reading in low self-esteem. I went to a secondary school where we are 900 in class.
You see?
Yes, we are 900 in the entire it's not in one class, the entire arm.
So when you say
GSS1, we are 900.
GS,
So we have GSS1, A, B, C. We have it to like Y.
is it a school?
It's a school, yes. Government college.
It's a congregation. No, it's not a school. Wow.
Government college. Now, that's not even where I'm going. Where I'm going is in 900 students, I was the only one that didn't get the uniform till third term.
900 students.
900 students.
Wow.
I have my own uniform. Some from the school uniform. I was the only one that does not have a desk and a chair. I was hanging on windows and all of that. Now that is how
Where you're coming from?
That is where I'm coming from. So imagine the level of low self-esteem. And you know, kids.
They will rub it on your face,
They
you
will
know.
rub it on your face. My school bag was nowhere to be found. The kind of sandal that I wear. When people are wearing keto, I'm still wearing rubber. Do you get my point? So that is my upbringing. I'm not supposed to be here, bro. Like talking. I'm not supposed to be because the mindset has been bastardized. So one of the things that I feel is going to help me practically, so that we're not just going to be throwing words in the air.
Yeah.
One of the things that helped me is the books that I was introduced to by people that love me. Reading books will shift your mind.
Very powerful. It will.
Oh, powerful.
In fact, that's what helped me.
Powerful.
That's what mindset is it's like a soil. It's like a ground in your heart. So what now stays on it is what matters. So if you have low self-esteem, you lack confidence, you feel you are not good enough, the only way to break it is to replace the things that you take into that mind, the things you feed yourself with. And that is where books comes in. That's where videos comes in. You know, sometimes a lot of us are just lost on social media. You know, there was a point in my life where I had to go to the list of people I follow. I started unfollowing some people. I feel these people, this one is not helping my life. If you are not helping me, I'm not talking about if you are not giving money. About if you are not feeding my mind with positive information, I don't have to follow you. Because I feel that sometimes you see some people's content and you are just challenged. You go and sit down and just think, where do I start from? I started unfollowing people, and I started following people that can inspire me, authors, speakers, pastors, you know, motivational speakers, people that can feed me with positive information. And then I started reading books like John Maxwell, you know, Jim Rohn, and the last, and they started helping my thinking because that is the foundation. It's not the price. It's not the pop, it's not the lighting, retouching. No,
it's not the price.
That's the foundation.
It's like a price.
You know,
it's to still force back.
It falls back to your mindset. That fear. That fear. I can't. It happens.
So if you increase it today,
I was there. That stuff we were talking about earlier about when myself and my friend saw someone's package and we got angry, furious. How will you charge this kind of amount in Nigeria? This guy is a thief. You know, we didn't understand. We were ignorant then, so we didn't understand that this guy is positioning himself for the kind of client he wants. So we felt this guy just started now, just 2-3 years. I started before this guy now. Why will he now come and say he wants to charge about? It's not about the price. Our own battles with the price, but it is the mindset.
Is the mindset.
This thing is paining me.
Where, it's actually painful because for a very long time our mindset has locked. It's the cage.
Yes.
It's like a chain.
Yes.
You don't see yourself. You know, some people have never seen themselves owning a Benz in the year at which they are living. Say this 2023.
Like 2023 Benz.
It's not in the scope of their even if they sing vivid imagination, they cannot imagine it. It cannot come into their mind that it is possible. And that's where it's a mindset thing. So you need to first believe that I deserve it. I'm deserving of good things in life. My work can be better. My work can be a world class. As a matter of fact, if there's going to be a Grammy award for wedding photographers, I can become this.
Yes.
No, by the time you start getting to that point, so your as a matter of your pocket is equivalent to what is in your mind. If they give you 1 billion naira right now, and your mindset is at 1 million,
you can't handle it.
You won't get yourself. You won't get the bonus
until you bring it
until you spend that money to a point of 1 million.
Where your mind can handle.
What your mind can handle.
Aish.
So that's why God does not bless people anyhow. He will first bless your mind because He knows that can you handle what I'm about to give you? Can you handle the kind of clients I'm about to give you? We are talking mindset now. Some people are still fighting for food. Some people are fighting for food at events. That's why some planners will never call you. There's a story of a particular guy. Don't just say no. Photographer. The couple saw the guy from afar. I was like, Who is this person?
Oh my God.
Do you understand? And that was the last time that I took that guy out. It's a mindset. You know, you are still dragging planners and all that. You are not ready. You are not ready to come into that space of people who have the money you are looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mindset.
You know, the painful thing is specifically when it comes to photography industry. You know, we used to say things like the top photographers that serve the highest level, top photographers that serve the highest. And if you look at it back from 5 years up to date, even beyond, you see that these top photographers, they are no more than 3, 4, 5 in number. Why? People are still not breaking into. You count it and you're like, you can't count beyond 5 in a particular area. Okay, in this area, who are the top guys? Maybe 3, 4, 5. You go to this country, maybe 3, 4 people. And when you get to the lower level, you have a crowd of people in that same space that are even as good as these guys. And you just wonder that these people, because they know somebody, it's because, you know, we just make funny conclusions in our mind why we can't serve the same client these people are serving. And the thing is, skill plays a part. No doubt about that. You have to develop your skill. I preach this every day in my academy. But the place of breaking free from a bad mindset.
As a matter of fact, sir, even a matter of skill, it still boils down to mindset.
Habio.
It still boils down to your mindset.
Yes.
Do you know that some people, as a matter of fact, you cannot shoot beyond your mindset. You can't shoot. You have lived in a village all of your life. All of your life. That's where you're working. You are the champion. And all of a sudden, they took you to a hotel. Let me exaggerate. To come and shoot. You'll be lost.
It happened to me. I didn't live in the village though. But it happened to me that when I got my first high-end wedding, to be honest, it's not like they paid me high-end amount, but that was actually a high-end wedding. I remember setting foot into that hotel because a lot of big photographers have worked in this hotel. So I was looking forward to the day the day I got, when I just entered, I was lost. I didn't know, should I shoot here? I was confused. Okay, this dress is too beautiful. Should I take it from the back or from the side? You know, and the result of the job then wasn't the best because I could not really handle. No, I could not. I was used to.
So it's a function of mindset.
Yeah.
The kind of photographers you even follow. You understand? It says a lot about your mindset.
Yes.
It says a lot about where you're going with your craft.
Yes.
So it still boils down to mindset when it comes to skill. Yeah, Magic, bro. We stay on your page. We saw the things that you have done, and quite the number of us are looking like, oh man, this guy, where is going? Do you understand? The kind of things we feed our eyes with. You know, it helps our mindset.
Yeah.
Some people will look at your job and say, nonsense. Fine, it's no problem. It's not a problem. All right, so your mindset too must change in terms of the kind of how you want to take your skill, the next level of your skill. Yeah. It has to do with your mindset.
Yeah, the level you want to operate.
We're talking about photographers that left Nigeria for the UK. And we saw the change.
The way he transitioned
into it's a mindset. I knew people used to say that bed picture, nonsense, dark black pictures. Then when they just started, I was like, wait, so where are they now? They're the black ones. All right? They're the black ones. Right? It's about the mindset. It's about the mindset.
Let's talk about trend.
Yeah.
Let's talk about trend. Because of what you just said, you know, the place of as a photographer, we are creative. You know, everybody usually preach the fact that you have to be true to who you are. You have to be yourself. Don't let anybody come and compromise your style. It's good. It's better that you are unique in your own space. But I want us to talk about the essence of tapping into current trends, specifically in the wedding space that we are. You know, because I feel if you don't understand the essence of trend, you just fizzle out. You know, just tell me something about that.
I've been a photographer since 2010, so I've seen photographers who have come. They are still in the industry, but they're not as relevant as they used to be. They used to be like top. And it's not because they are not good, but for me, from what I deduce, is the fact that they didn't go with the flow. Weddings is a job of trend. And at every point in time, there are people who are pathfinders that will decide the path to follow. And if you don't follow at that point, you will be in the industry, but you are not going to be at the forefront of where it is happening. People are just going to forget about you. The idea of It's my style. I can't compromise on all of that. I say, calm down. Style is overrated. You need to know that it's overrated. For crying out loud, are you the owner of Photoshop? Those are the things that helps you create whatever you call your style. Those are the things, the possibility of Photoshop, Lightroom, and all of those softwares. They are part of what informed your style.
Of course.
All right. So it is not yours what you call yours is not actually yours originally.
Something you tapped into.
It's something that you tapped into with the mind of some other people. So it's evolving. Style is not sacrosanct. Style must evolve. So if you are religiously obligated to what you call your style,
something that is working for you as at that time,
it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
Fizzle out. Because it worked yesterday doesn't mean it's going to work today. It's a trend business, and then you need to follow the wave. Where is it going? If you don't follow it, you will follow. Do you know there is a way that hairstylists used to do
bridal hair
before?
Yeah.
Some people came, they changed the entire game. Some people came, they changed the entire game.
Even wedding dress.
It became the standard.
Yeah, even wedding dress before, it has to be dramatic. Now, simple is the thing.
You understand? People are doing a lot of things. So if you say that, this was what was bubbling 5 years, 10 years ago, and then you want to stay there because it worked. Bro, we have moved. And it's wise for you to also move because it's a trendy business.
That's true.
It's a trendy
business. That's true. The idea of preaching that people should stick to their style is good, because it's important that while you are following the wave, you carve out your style out of it. But it is important that style comes from the wave.
Yes, now.
That is trending.
And about what you call your style really is who you are. Is how you interpret the new trend.
Yeah, that's true. You distress me. That's true.
It's how you interpret the new trend.
To work for you.
That now becomes your style.
But it has to align with the trend.
It has to align because it's moving. It's like music. It's like the music industry. It was Amapiano. It was this.
Yes.
Asake came with another one. And everybody's jumping on that.
Yes.
Tiwa is jumping on it. We have this new guy too jumping on it. Shay Vibes jumping on it. And then people are accepting it. It's a style. All right. Now other people are good. I'm not saying they are not good. But then if you want to be popping
right now,
if you want to be popping, you want to be in the season of the season. You need to understand how you can inculcate all of this, interpret it by who you are, and then it becomes your style.
I think that's the end of the show. Because this thing, we get it all wrong, and we like to watch all these videos that whites do, and we just get lost in the whole idea of not growing with the trend. And there's a lot of power in trend. I was at a point in my career to where there was a certain way I retouch, there was a certain way I light my image. I evolved. There was a time when continuous light came. I didn't even understand it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just bounce my AD all over the place. That was my style. But I had to evolve, change.
There was enmity between us for a very long time.
That shadow, But we came to understand that this is what brides are tapping into, and this is what they are vibing with. There were times then where clients will book me, and I'll be on my way to the clients, and they will just start sending me photos that these are the photos we want you to take on this show, and be like, none of my photos.
Yeah.
Now they send my pictures. I like this type of picture. I want something. But before they send and that is a message to tell you that you need to grow and evolve up onto this level. So don't get so lost in the idea of stick to your style. You have your style, and people are running away from you.
Yes. So
you are not stepping into the new thing that is going on, and you can. In fact, truth. We really need to learn a lot of things.
A whole lot that is going to really help us scale up in the industry.
Honestly, we really need. It's beyond Photoshop.
The industry is getting so big, so big, and the bigger it becomes, the higher the demand that is upon us to also level up.
Yes.
All right. So learning. So when you started academy, as a matter of fact, I think there should be more of your kind of academy. Because there is a whole lot to learn. There's a whole lot. Because
the industry is just growing. So this is education period. Like people need to tap into certain knowledge.
People should invest.
Yes.
The guy that said that wants to learn light from me, like we see, Real Magic is selling.
Even my light course, with the fact that I made sure when I was dealing with this price thing with my team, our major focus was to make sure the price is as friendly as possible. Still. This can't. all over. Boss, please help me with this course. Can you give me access? Can we pay half? Are you doing promo? People don't really understand the essence of investment in learning.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about the gear you carry around.
No, it's not.
In fact, I've seen people with mighty gears. This man I used to look up to years ago. He used to, when Mark 3 was the thing, then I was still using Mark 2. That Mark 3 was like gold. I remember the first day I met him, he came with an iMac, he came with 70-200 hot. This was like 2017. And I was like, because it was a shoot that we did together. I was using one ancient 70-200 like that. So when the pictures came out, in fact, the lady that hired us did not even feature his own at all.
Whoa.
And it's gear. So it's not about gears.
Yeah.
It's about information.
Yeah.
So sometimes for my channels now, when I host tutorial classes where I want to talk about business, the turnout is low. Instead of that should even be where I know the turnout is low. But when I want to do color grading class, everybody troops in. The color grading webinar I did, it was all over. But when I did my business of photography, all the way down. People were not interested. They want to learn retouching. So they send me DL. Magic, when are you teaching retouching? When are you teaching dodge and bond? It's not dodge and bond that gives you the client you want.
Exactly.
It's important that you know these things, yes. But that is not the only. It just plays a part. It's just like Bill Gates discovering Microsoft, and he didn't publicize, he didn't position, he didn't market, he didn't find shareholders to invest in Microsoft. How will Microsoft be what it is today?
It's not going to be.
Or when Zuckerberg invented Facebook,
it's not going to be.
They didn't find shareholders, they didn't join the stock exchange, they didn't evolve, they didn't buy WhatsApp, they grew.
Yeah.
If not, Facebook would have been forgotten.
Yes,
but on Facebook, on Instagram, they have WhatsApp, they have everything, they are still relevant.
Yes,
they even evolved to Meta now, trying to go into this metaverse. They are evolving. We need to tap into this frequency, and we need to stop looking at photography as just one cameraman business.
I think we are going to get to a point that wedding photographers, aside from decorating building structure, we're going to be building our set for wedding day. And we need to. It's not a matter of wish now. If this is what we are seeing that we want to create, it means that there are clients looking for that kind of service.
100%.
But because we are not yet showing it, all right, as the next thing that we should be doing right now, they won't pay for it.
They won't. We need to show them.
We need to show them.
When I started doing editorials, most of the brides that booked me afterwards usually send me pictures of those editorials, and they'll be like, can I get this set? Can I get something like this for my wedding, or I'm doing my pre-wedding? Can we recreate this? In fact, a lot of pre-wedding shoots I've done, they had to tap the idea from editorials. It's not clients or editorials that I created. And speaking of editorials, a lot of creatives don't even tap into that frequency of creating. I used to preach this too.
They are waiting
for clients to give them the.
You should not it.
You don't create.
You won't show what is sellable.
Yes. Because you can't control what the client will give you. You can only advise.
Yes.
You can't tell them you must wear this dress. If not, I won't work with you. You'll be broke. So, so you have to create your own stuff. When you create, then you now position. You work on your mindset. You do. In fact, that's the end of today. I don't.
That mindset thing. Hopefully, definitely, you're going to have another guest. They're going to have a different approach towards it. It's very, very. Some people don't need class of retouching. You need a class that will shift your mindset. Your mindset is too crude. You are like a crude oil. They need to refine. They need to refine and then they refine you so that you can be flexible. Your eyes will begin to open to begin to see the possibility, what is available. So it's mindset. It will change in your work. It will change in your approach. Lighting is dependent on mindset. There's a way you just look at an environment and then you cannot explain it. But you just know that the light should come in a way. As a matter of fact, posting your client is a function of mindset. If I'm a guru person, there's a possibility that you're going to have guru pictures. If I'm a calm and collected kind of person, it's going to reflect in your job. You are going to sit in your job.
Just shout loud.
In your images. It's a function of your mindset. All of these things. It's in the mind, though.
Hi.
You cannot even control. You see crowd. You cannot control your client and miss those things and create something very simple. You understand? I see the way you used to work now. When you enter a place, you are always looking.
Yeah, that's it.
You understand?
Yes, that's it.
That's your mind working. You're already putting them in a place that is going to make them feel, bring out the best in that environment.
Yes.
It is your mindset.
Homo. Because this thing is interesting. It's key that People, the moment people tap into the idea
my brother.
of dealing with that way of thinking,
There was growth in
transformation.
like
That's
almost
it.
immediately.
Transformation. That is where it starts
almost
from.
immediately.
Yes, it might be hard. In fact,
Yes,
it's always
now.
hard to break free from a certain level and move forward. But
My
that's
brother,
the way to grow.
I used to say I can have iPhone. My phone, 300,000, 200,000. When they make us bought this sports car that time, it's like, you know, look back. How can a fashion designer a tailor?
Yeah,
be
by
putting this
driving.
kind of affluence and all of that. I think it was something was wrong.
His mind is ignorance.
Ignorance. Do you know that the guy that owned Louis Vuitton and some other fashion brands, it's just recently that Elon Musk took over from him as the world richest.
That man, I think I'm trying to remember his name.
I can't. Look, let's just call it Taylor.
And he's selling clothes and bags.
Selling clothes, selling bags.
He's not oil, oh.
Fashion items.
He's not a politician.
Not oil. The richest man in the world. And look at me. I was saying that if I fashion designer,
Yeah, he cannot drive a sport car.
I'm in a million.
How much is sport car?
Can you see?
Okay.
Oh
Oh my God.
Mine says any.
It's the mindset too.
It's mindset. Made us suffer.
I'm telling you.
Very long time.
Wow,
You don't know
wow.
what's possible. You don't know what's available. You don't know that there are people that what they are earning in one day is equivalent to what your parents have earned in 20 years.
Yes.
And you know that there are plenty. And you don't know how to service such people. You cannot position yourself to service such people. So you are suffering. You are praying. God is saying you gotta study it.
I've made these things available.
Available for you. It's your mindset. Go to this person. Learn from this person. It's going to take you to the next level. Gather this money. Go and learn. Go and take this class. Do all of this. Buy this kind of gears. We get these things. Right now, I believe I'm changed. My mind is changed.
Truth.
My mind is changed.
Let's round up with this. I want you to speak to the viewers about where they should start as from now.
Right.
Just give them a word of advice. Okay, what are the things they should start doing? Something practical in just 30 seconds.
All right, real quick. So this is it. There's a saying that if you're shooting for the stars, don't shoot for the stars. Shoot for the moon. So that even if you fall from shooting for the moon,
You land on the stars.
you land on the star. Look for inspiration above your environment. Look for inspiration above your environment. Study your environment, but look for inspiration above your environment and let that begin to inform how you begin to behave. Get the pricing guide of people that are way above you. International vendors. Get it. See how they work. See how they present themselves. Get all of those things and look at how you can infuse that into your environment.
Yeah.
That is going to elevate you.
Yeah.
It's going to elevate your mindset.
Yeah.
It's going to elevate you from how you used to do things. Because if you are looking at your peers to do things, you won't grow.
At all.
You won't grow. So look at people that are way, 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 way beyond you. Look at how they do things and inculcate it into your own. And it's going to take you to the next level. Powerful. You see, I would advise you guys to watch this episode. Watch it like 5 times so you can digest everything that was learned here. Yeah.
You know, Truth is just a genius, I must say. And even I myself, I've learned a lot from this episode. It's really important that we expose ourselves to certain information. Certain information.
Follow that people are not happy
At all.
Real Magic cannot finish it.
No.
So
At all.
Coming to that space.
At all.
It's an honor to be here.
In fact, Truth, thank you for coming through. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us in this episode. See you guys next time.